F-Zero has 99 problems, but being MIA is no longer one of them. Sure, it's not in the form of the 3D games, but that's not a bad thing. Instead, it's closer to the original F-Zero, but instead of being completely one-to-one, it's more or less refitted for the modern era. Even side by side, they do not look exactly the same. In terms of how the vehicles feel, it's somewhat like the GBA games, which is a blessing because the original F-Zero isn't exactly comfortable compared to the other games. Speaking of which, F-Zero 99 retains elements from F-Zero X such as energy and the spin attack. Unlike the other games though, you'll be racing against far more than 29 opponents most of the time. And not just that, you'll be up against real opponents, real human opponents. So in that respect, a long-time wish of F-Zero fans has come true. And it's really paying off. People are getting to experience F-Zero like they never have been able to before. And it's a great entry point for a majority of people who didn't have access or couldn't get into previous F-Zero games. It also helps having a good tutorial in a game. This was something that F-Zero games weren't very good at, teaching the player how to play the game. Although, you will have to complete some trials before you can finally compete online at first. It shouldn't take long. Now when time comes for you to choose your machine, usually you have to look at the durability, the boost power, and the grip. But in F-Zero 99, those three stats are a little bit different. Rather than just highlight body boost and grip, the three main stats you have to look for are durability, recovery, and then grip. When it comes to the other race modes, there's the Grand Prix races, then they have Mini Prix, and then they have Special Team Battle. They also have Pro races as well, but the thing is, these modes change every so often. And it's part of a special gameplay loop that has people itching to keep racing. Just one more race, there's that little factor in there. That's where online multiplayer is a strength, because no race is really the same in F-Zero 99. The game is really rewarding, not just in giving you satisfaction of improvement over time, but it makes it absolutely okay to struggle a little bit. You don't have to be a perfect player to enjoy this game. They give you rivals that are based around your skill level. They give you other awards even if you finish a race or you outrace other people without finishing first. In some cases, you'll have to spend some time racing without energy or just cross the finish line getting destroyed before you start really seeing some huge results. But that's fine. It's part of the experience. And sometimes you can end up being a lucky bumper to hit other people with it. There isn't a way to play this completely offline yet. But so far, it's a pretty solid entry into the F-Zero series. And it's doing a lot of wonders. If this keeps up, we may see a time where F-Zero gets games on a more regular basis. But until then, the indie scene has the traditional F-Zero scene covered well in hand.